peeps, it's Sophia from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we're dealing with the Physical Sciences 2018 paper for grade 12, and this is a question on vertical motion. Okay, so it says, in a competition, participants must attempt to throw a ball vertically upwards past point T, marked on a tall vertical pole. Point T is 3.7 meters above the ground, and point T may or may not be the highest point during the motion of the ball. Okay, one participant throws the ball vertically upwards at a velocity of 7.5 meters per second from a point that is 1.6 meters above the ground, as shown in the diagram below. Ignore the effects of air resistance. Okay. So the first question, well, first of all, we can see that the person is, however, tall. So they're throwing the ball from quite a high distance off the ground with some sort of velocity, and the full pole is 3.7 meters long till T. Okay, so the first question says, in which direction is the net force acting on the ball while it moves towards point T? Okay. So the important thing to remember about this ball once it's left someone's hand is that the only force acting on it is weight, because we're ignoring air resistance. So now the only force acting on it is weight, which means that the resultant force is overall downwards. So that is the reason. So this is your free body diagram that you'd draw and basically say that the resultant force is the weight force, which means it's overall downwards because weight always acts downwards. Okay. 3.2 says calculate the time taken by the ball to reach its highest point. Okay, so you can choose a number of equations of motion here, but the one that stands out to me is the final velocity is equal to the initial velocity plus acceleration times change in time. Okay, so the reason this sticks out to me is because at its highest point, the final velocity is always 0. We know the initial velocity is 7.5 meters per second, and we know the acceleration is 9.8 meters per second squared downwards. So we're first going to choose a direction to choose positive, so that is, we're just going to go up because the motion is upwards. So we then know that VF is 0, VI is 7.5 meters per second upwards, so it's positive, and then our acceleration term is negative because that's downwards. Acceleration of gravity is downwards always, and then change in time. So this is what we're solving for, this time term. So if we put that into our calculator, we get the time is 0.77 seconds. So that's how long it takes for this ball to reach its highest point. Okay. Then it says, determine by means of a calculation whether the ball will pass point T or not. Okay. So if you think about it, that's all that we're calculating there is the actual height that this ball reaches and comparing that to the height of T. So let's go. So it says, okay, so now we have to choose a different equation of motion. I'm going to choose one that doesn't include time, just because it's good to get, experience with all of them. And also, if I got the time one wrong by any chance, it kind of reduces the margin for error because now I'm just essentially restarting the question. So the one that sticks out to me is VF squared is equal to VI squared plus 2A times change in distance, but in this case I'm going to put Y because it's the vertical distance. And again, we're going to say up is positive. So we know that VF is 0 squared, which is 0. VI is 7.5 upwards squared, plus 2 times the acceleration, which is minus 9.8, because that's downwards, and then change in Y, we don't know, we're working that out. So then we get the change of Y, if we put that all in our calculator, gives us 2.87 meters above the ground. Now 2.87 meters is much more than the difference between the person's height and T. The person's height and T was just 3.7 minus 1.6, which gives you 2.1. So that is more than 2.1 meters. So yes, it does reach the point T. Okay. The last question says, draw a velocity time graph for the motion of the ball from the instant it's thrown upwards until it reaches its highest point. Okay, so I'm going to draw this all on a new slide. Okay, so we're just going to draw our graph. So we know that velocity needs to be on the y-axis, and that's in meters per second. And we know that time is on the x-axis, and that's in seconds. Okay, so now we use all of the information that we've calculated. So we know that its initial velocity is 7.5, and we know that it's decelerating from that. It's never going to increase velocity if you're throwing it upwards. And then we know that it reaches its final point at 0.77 seconds. And our final point is at a zero velocity. So we can just draw a straight line because it's a constant acceleration line to that point. And that is our velocity time graph. And this is assuming that up is positive, because this velocity here is a positive value and it's going in the upwards direction. Okay, so that is it for this question. But before I go, I'd like to say a very special thank you to our epic sponsor for making this video possible. You can read all about them in the description below. Be sure to visit our website for more of these epic tutorial videos, and if you can't find the answer to your question, you can send us the question and we'll respond with a personalized video just for you. But until next time, stay epic.